This is Ira Progoff working with the entrance meditations of the Star Cross. We are sitting in a place of quietness, letting the self become still, letting the breath become slow, letting our thoughts come to rest, letting the self become still. Energies that were moving about can go inward now, can come to rest in the stillness of our quiet being. Breathing becomes quiet now, not breathing by the tempo of outer things, but by an inner tempo, breathing at an inner pace. The breath moving in and out of itself, carried by its own rhythm, adjusting itself to itself. Breathing at an inner pace. Our thoughts let go of our breathing. Breathing at an inner pace, the breath is free to come and go in its own timing. The breath is slow and regular, moving in and out by its inner tempo, carried by its own rhythm, adjusting itself to itself. Breathing at an inner pace. Thoughts become quiet. Restless thoughts that have been moving about, restless thoughts dissipating their energies, can come to rest now, can bring their energies together into one place, resting on the steady breathing. Excess thoughts drop away. We become still. Thinking becomes quiet, thoughts fitting together and settling into one place by themselves without our thinking them. Many mixed thoughts become one whole thought, contained within itself, one whole thought in the mind at rest. Letting the self become still, letting our thoughts come to rest, letting our breath become slow, breathing becomes quiet, breathing becomes slow and slower, breathing becomes regular. The unevenness of non-essential thoughts drops out of the breathing. It becomes the breathing of the self. Breathing at an inner pace. The breath moves at the center of myself, at the center of myself in regular rhythms. My body is quiet, holding its place. The breath is moving evenly, inward, outward, evenly, in its own rhythm. The breath moves evenly at the center of my body, at the center of myself. The breath is moving at the center of myself in a regular rhythm. The breath moves at the center. The breath moves at the center, breathing at an inner pace. As the breath moves at the center, quietly, evenly, the self becomes still, like quiet water. The self becomes still, like quiet water. In the stillness of the self, in the quiet of the water, my inward ear hears, my inward eye sees signs and words and visions reflected in the quiet waters, in the stillness of the self, in the silence, in the silence.